Hello everybody and welcome. I am the Beta Plan and this is the Byzantine Empire led by the Gavras, a family line that came from Trebizond and still holds sway in these territories. Right now, and by the way, this one should also go to the Gavras, I believe. Yes, they should. They should go to this fellow in the end. Anyways, we just in the last episode procured ourselves the Kingdom of Sicily, created that, and currently we are dealing with a bit of consumption that is entering our territories. So I'm a little bit concerned about that, to be honest. And then I realized, oh yeah, hospitals. Perhaps it's smart to upgrade these things. So that is what I'm going to do right now. Furthermore, now that we are at peace, I have decided I'm going to go on a pilgrimage as is requested by my order, because otherwise, well, I would have to go to war, and currently that's not entirely smart. I am threatening, there is a wee little alliance against me. It's not like huge, but it is there, and I am moving my troops already towards Venice. I am going to attack Venice afterwards, but that will be for something for later. In the meantime, however, I do have a vassal that's attacking Hungary. So good luck on you with your 4,666 troops versus his 3,800, which mainly are because he's being attacked, I believe, to the Hungarian Gaelic vassalization war. That is causing him a bit of issue. And yes, Hungary is now all the way up here and there and there. So they're a little bit like spread out. But we'll have to see how that all goes. By the way, also noticeable in England, the Normandy line still sits on the throne and is still Norman. In fact, I don't know what happened, but the English culture conversion isn't really happening very well. There is some English over here, as I can show you. English, it is happening, and there's still Anglo-Saxon, but all this terrain is Norman. It seems like the Normandy itself did not change to English, except for King Nigel the Black of England, and possibly he just reigned too short or wasn't powerful enough to change things around. So, have to see how that goes. Right now it is time for a pilgrimage. As we've never done one as an Orthodox person, I thought it was right to show it. And let's just donate just for the hell of it. Let's make travel plans. I can go to Jerusalem, but that is currently being attacked. But you know what? Let's do that. Jerusalem and the holy wonders of this land. Major Maximos sent word that several members of the Varangian Guard ran amok in his quarter of Constantinople yesterday. In their drunken stupor, the Norsemen set fire to an inn, killed 3 guards, and physically abused 5 local merchants and 2 priests. People are crying out for justice. The responsible Varangians are executed. But the Varangian Guard is danger. I'm going to actually appease the Varangian Guard. She's an excellent student. My journey begins. And we have a regent. Let's hope she doesn't muck it up. As you pass through a small village along the pilgrim's path, an old woman comes up to you. She has recognized you as a pilgrim and explains that her daughter and her family live close to your destination. They are suffering hard times, and she asks you to bring them a large purse of money. Well, we are charitable, so we're definitely going to do that. This is not my business. Oh, of course I will help you. Lie and keep the money for yourself. Absolutely not. Of course I will help you. Secretly add some money of your own. This will normally give you charitable, I believe. But I will simply say, of course I will help you. Riders approach. Thundering hooves are heard down the road. The pilgrims look with apprehension at the rising dust cloud. As the riders close, steel armor and steel-tipped lances reflect the bright sunlight. The tension rises, but then a collective sigh of relief is heard, as the banner of the Holy Knights is seen flying above the mass of armored men. The knights halt before the pilgrims and graciously offer to accompany you on the road. Praise Jesus is a most welcome escort. O Jerusalem, 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 you have finally arrived at Jerusalem. Passing by the Mount of Olives, you enter through the city gate and are immediately overcome by a feeling of having made a truly epic journey. The city is filled with people of all creeds and colors. the air heavy with the smell of strange spices and foreign plants. You make your way through the throng of people and animals, excited by the knowledge that you are now close to the Via Dolorosa and other holy places. You plan to also visit the Church of the Nativity in Bethlehem, but first of all you need to find some place to stay. After all, you wouldn't want to be forced to sleep in a stable, would you? Yes, Jerusalem, a holy city to so many religions that it is truly a remarkable place in that regard. Unfortunately, it does not create, by this virtue, a friendship or kinship among one another. No, it causes, unfortunately, to make enemies of people. As you walk around on this holy ground, you ponder the secrets and the essence of God. The teachings of the Holy Church have never felt more relevant to you than now. Imagine the knowledge contained in the scriptures stored here. The way to heaven is through study. I gain the scholar trait, and there's a 20% chance I gain zealous, or I shall spend some time praying. No, let's take that. Okay, I've become a scholar. I did not gain zealous, and I've become a pilgrim. I'm certain that they are 300. So, yeah, devotion. Not only that, I assume that being a scholar now, yeah, gives me +3 as well. Let's upgrade our standing within this society and see what that brings with us. Oh, I have inherited the duchy of the seducer of Andrianapolis. So this. Alright. It will be granted once again to you as a viceroyalty. My son is ill. Let's call a court physician. It is my privilege, and I become a Razophorus. A Razophorus. What does that do for me? I lose fertility and gain learning. So that's exactly the same as before. Yeah, that doesn't seem to change much. My former ward Valerius has finished his education. In our final discussions we talked about following the rule of Saint Basil and trying to improve one's self in the eyes of God. I tried to encourage him to do this for himself, and he has attempted to take my advice. I wonder if he has made any progress, despite the fact not liking me very much. But he's the brother of the King of Sicily and possible heir, and he's pretty darn good at that. I shall ask him how it's going. Valerius came and told me about how he has strived to follow the rule of Saint Basil and has become a better man. He talks vigorously of all his prayers and time spent doing penance in his strive to come close to God. He seems to have had great success. I know he could do it, and he gains charitable even. He is a really, really good successor to this king, should he die. I hope not, but should he die, there is greatness for him. I have received a letter from a fellow member of the community. Will you, as a Christian scholar, please offer some advice on her poetry? Ah, okay, so that is also quite similar. What do we need to do? Donate to charity. That is easily done. Donate to charity. And you know what? I will take a vow of celibacy. Why? Well, I'm 49 anyways. I've sworn off seduction and then I have 4 sons. I think I've done enough. And I'm rewarded immediately by God by changing those Paulician heretics over to Orthodoxism. So let's try and change some Catholic lands, which is going to be somewhat more difficult, I reckon. Sure. Gain some more monthly piety. And we are now, as some people have noticed, close to Rome, and time to start seeing if we can make a claim here. You still want to marry her out to him. Well, currently he doesn't have any titles, and his new children with her are of their line. You know what? I should really arrange for you, if possible. Matrilineal. Boom. That is done. So you with a bastard line of ours. That's more or less what it comes down to. She's been married out and she will carry on the line. So you know what? I will accept this marriage. From one emperor to the next. She deserves greatness. Make her a better wife for him. Anatolia has declared the Second Anatolian-Venetian de jure war over Spalatos. I guess. No, this is all ours. It's all ours. Spalatos. Where does this lie? Spalatos? Ah, here. The city is not part of our territories, apparently. No, we will not do such things. Actually, we could have done that, because I do have a lot of... That's actually a pretty good wife. Holy heck, she's got a lot of... Holy heck, she's good! She's got all the virtues! Like, all of them! Wow! I can't give her any land, but... Wow, nonetheless. Oh my, the disease is now really close. Okay. It's now entirely across our court. Seal the gate. Yeah, it's even in our capital county. I don't know if we probably were not in time, but I hope it's not going to be horrible. These are still being built. Unfortunate. Militia training ground, absolutely, because I have so little troops from my vassals. But I can only change it in 1202, but I'm definitely going to move that a little bit more towards giving me more troops and less income. I mean, it's nice to have a large income. Definitely, our coffins are filling up nicely. We can build up our holdings. Don't get me wrong. And for that, it is awesome. But I really need more troops. I want to say more ships as I was hovering over the shipyard, but that's actually not what I wanted to make. This one is also ours. And this one also will stay ours. Because I want to give one away in order to get Frake. And I have looked, by the way, at if I could snatch this via a plot. But I don't have enough supporters for that to be viable. I mean, I can click on it if you would like to. Take Frake and invite everybody. But that's only going to... Ooh. That is a def that's interesting. He remains hold of Serbia, but he lost a lot of other titles. What did I inherit from you? I inherited that title. Which is fine not to have... Oh, but he has just total control of it. Okay, so Grand Landed title, you are lucky. Gain Viceroyalty. And Dicloea is down here, I believe. Yeah, so that's truly part of Serbia. And I'm increasing Serbia in disfavor of Bulgaria in this case. Yeah, I guess so. Perhaps we will give Wallachia over here and then... Have Wallachia be really... Bulgaria be really small, but... Just being Muzia, but... Who holds the title of the Duchy of Muzia? Are you the Muzia? Yeah, you are. But you hold many titles. So Grand Viceroyalty, Dioclea, congratulations, and Grand Viceroyalty, Bonia. So, Serbia once again a powerhouse. Probably is going to get Croatia later on. Another daughter. Well, it is only important later on if you will get a boy that's born in purple. You have consumption. That's not good. But you've gotten an excellent treatment. I'm very happy for that. Who is my doctor for that case? Court physician. Ooh, you're not really that good with 16. And I also noticed that I'm lacking a spy master. You want to be on the council, but you really are not that good as a spy master. I'm sorry. But that's just gonna be a no-no. Study technology. Somewhere I can study technology? Yes, I can. Get some tech points, please. Oh, you're the Duke of Crete, actually, which we are trying to get some land from. So this plot, how much power does it have? 70%, actually more than I expected. But I need 80 in order to do it. So, what if I gave you a little bit of, let's favor. Just Send a little gift. There we go, we have it. Revoke the county. Then war it is. He decides that he is not going to accept this last insult to his family. And you know what? In some sense, I congratulate him for it, because I can understand that he is a little fed up with my work. Whoa! Just instantly have a commander die of mine in just an extremely minor battle. Okay. Steward has been lost due to this, of course. Well, let's put the air on that position. And we probably need to invade Crete itself. Do we have some ships that we can pull here that can carry our troops? And this should together... Oh, this is more than enough. Thanks to Sicily. Sicily has now... It's not exactly what I wanted to do. Now, was it? Alright. Instead of invading Venice, we're gonna go for Sicily for the moment. As he is trying to actually siege down Constantinople. I commend your bravery, but I think that is a foolish plan, to say the least. And stand down the troops. I think this is friendship, sure. Let's become friends with this lady. There we go. An alliance was formed. Somebody died under suspicious circumstances, that's fine, but I think more importantly, I believe I saw there, yes, we converted the county. We're doing well, we're doing well. Oh, you have no chance. What are you? The Hauteville. You are still Norman, but you are Orthodox, and you are imprisoned by the despot of Sicily. You know what? God ambitious, go get it, it's fine. It will not be in my way. More charitable. My former war, Georgia. Ah. With the Emperor of the Byzantine Empire. Okay. Discussions, let's see if it's going well. And she does, she became chaste. Becoming a part of this society was really good. I apologize for every time that I've waited. And he is revoking Neapolis. Once his capital, I can imagine that. I can understand that sentiment. Call my court physician at once. Frank, you're not going to survive this, I'm sorry to say. There you go. I gave you a very nice wife. Once again, with claim on the Byzantine Empire. Perhaps I shouldn't have done that, but... I believe... my half-sister already has it, so it would have been a weak claim. Now it's going to be slightly, one more time, reinforced. So, possibly not the best decision, but... it does make... oh, she became deceitful. Well, she lost deceitful due to it. Man, she's such a good wife. She's like a better wife than the one that is to my son, I believe. I'm over-exaggerating. She has also ambitions. She's just arbitrary, which is... not helping this score much. That's a little bit the issue. But for the rest, she's also pretty darn good. Yeah, and here I have these nice, unique 2 Constantinople Theodosian walls. You get them automatically at the very beginning. Now, before anyone is going to think like, what, didn't they have that extra thick walls in their castle? No, the Theodosian wall... why all of a sudden are you... I've won this battle, but now unfortunately... I have inherited this area and there's a revolt over here. So I have inherited a revolt. Excuse me, you had absolutely no children. Wow. Well, I'm gonna give it then to you. And I'm gonna take that away from Anatolia, so that Anatolia only will be this lower part, because this will be around. Call it weak, call it weird, but I think that is the best thing I can make of it. Including all lower titles. And grand untitled the Kingdom of Trebizond. I can't do it because we are at war. That's fine. And then I have one castle too many, which is this castle. Because that's pretty darn weak. And I will grant that to... I would want to grant that to you, but I'm going to have to grant that to him. That's already done, okay. Then you are granted this duchy. No, no. Yes. Krenasti. And seeing you are matrilineal married, that is done correctly. Okay. We're going to have to wage this war apparently. And I assume I can take Crete away because he has been a naughty, naughty vassal trying to revolt against me, and he failed, but I don't really need Crete. I don't need the whole Dukas line to be completely abolished. That is a little too much. I think I've done my part already in destroying their titles enough as it is. Set remaining food to 5. Yeah, we're still... Didn't want that. I wanted the boats. Should hold the Alt button to do that. In case you don't know, there's a little trick. You hold the Alt button and then you only take the ships. Not the troops itself. But yeah, I won't usurp the Duchy of Crete. No way. And we'll smack this revolt down. Tough time for us all. -1 health for everybody in the court. That's kind of bad. I'm more than willing to attack with this force than with this force, because these are really my troops. Darn it, even less food. Whereas the others are actually Trebizond's troops, which are not truly mine in that sense. Well, I think you just lost your little rebellion against me, but I can't unsiege it immediately because it's a level 6 fort. That's really annoying. A sudden clatter sends you running to check on your food supplies. You arrive at the storeroom just in time to see Matteo emerge, wiping his mouth. We could say, look like meat is on the menu and I become a cannibal. General opinion is horrible. Disease is still roaming in our terrain, isn't it? You've outstayed your welcome. Change your food remain by -1. Change food... remaining food by 1. Is that +1 or -1? Everything else is -1. I think this is +1 if we just start becoming a cannibal. Let's have some fun. Oh, meat on the menu, boys. I could change the laws to become in such a way that it is ultima congenitor, and then I will be actually once again have my son inherit should they be so appalled by my decision that they would not vote on my son anymore. With food supplies dwindling, it has been brought to your attention that the basement of Constantinople contains a large number of rats that could be caught and eaten. Yum! It's not really good, but well, we need it. Disease is still running rampant in our terrain, and well, we definitely need a little bit of extra food. Died of consumption. There's already your first death. Ah, to this one. Well, darn it. We tried to save you, darling. Yes, assemble the mob. Let's try it this time. Ah, now I just only destroyed it. He did not come with... he did not want to give money or anything else. We've lost stress. That is really good. There's a peasant revolt. Where's the peasant revolt? Oh, over there. I'm like, it should be somewhere. And what I also should take into account now is, hold on. Yes, that marriage will go through. You need to be taught how to struggle during these times where we cannot eat. We have one over here and you are now part of this. And this duke granted the title, the Kingdom of Trebizond. Granting Trebizond power beyond its imagination, and we will give them Colonia simply because that's always been part of that terrain. Transfer vassalage, our family line as well. So Trebizond are the most powerful it has ever been. Congratulations. So now all of my children were king. So actually that feels a little bit better. That all my children will be king. Everyone knows that I have spent over a decade directing the work on my book, when today I am presented with the final product. Smiling broadly, I can't help but swell with a sense of well-deserved pride. We'll look at it in a moment. You. We'd like to kill... No, I don't want to kill anyone. I don't know why, I probably hate him for some reason, and that the game has decided that I hate him, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna murder a family member, because that is a bad thing to do. These are only, oh, these are perhaps troops he created. We can add a levy of that. Sure. No, we cannot. We have too many. That is going to be very costly then. Stand these down. Now we are under the level, and that means that we won't have additional costs. We couldn't afford that. But there we go. Trebizond. Created. I kind of like it. I kind of like that Trebizond is now this large little piece of terrain. Just a little bit. And we have managed to secure you a nice matrilineal marriage, so that is also taken care of. How is succession? Is everybody still pretty much okay for you? More or less, not entirely as much as they were. But what I do want to change is this, and for that I need the council, because everybody is opposed for some reason. Apparently they rather pay me money than anything else. That is annoying that you've been appointed that. Why do you hate me so much? Pretending and claiming the Kingdom of Trebizond, but I don't hold that title anymore. Why are you angry with me over that? I am not a pretender and claimer to the Kingdom of Trebizond. I don't hold that title. I'm momentarily going to do this. Get him on the council. Because he's a loyalist. By favor, he won't do it. Conflicting interests. That is annoying. And we can't change the law around right now. Too many people against me. But we will rank up one more time in the community of Saint Basil. No, we will not do such a thing. There we go. And we are now called as Stavrophoros. At least that's how I read it. I hope I'm doing that properly. I probably don't, but try my best here. Well, that was one rebellion taken care of. How is the food? How is the... We can open the gates. We can open the gates. It's over. We can pick an ambition. That's to live for 5 years in peace. I don't think that's going to be the case, because I am more than willing to attack over here. Also, there is a revolt here. Could we attack those guys? De jure claim on Slavonia. Yes, we could. We could. A de jure claim would be nice. Our threat is lowered like incredible. Do we have something against us? Yes, Venice. Oh, there's still actually a thing against us. Well, let's first move our army there, and let's see if we have a chance to Whoa! God's blessings upon thee, Stavros Sergius. You have impressed us with your noble rule and adherence to the rule of Saint Basil. As a reward for your recent advancements to the rank of Stavros, I have sent to you one of Saint Basil's finger bones. Protect the holy relic with your life. We've gained a relic. Oh, and we should look at our book, that's right. Confessions of Basilius Sergius. Free quality, very nice, but once again that lowered fertility, that's such a common thing. That is a little annoying, but we'll have to see. And monthly piety and prestige, nice, thank you very much. Let's hope that our son here manages. This should end, right? Yeah, thank you. Should manage to get a boy with her, but she's rejecting seduction attempts constantly, which is really nice to see. Makes me feel like I picked the right wife. I actually am going to go for this, despite him having fuzzy, but diplomacy is high, you know. And he's not really important for what I want to do. No, we're not going to revoke that. Anything else to revoke? No, we can create a lot of titles, I know. The Duchy of Tras we will create once we have gone out of the... Could we already change that? The realm laws. No, the inheritance laws. Nope, somebody is now pissed with me. I had for a moment the chance to change the laws, but I didn't do it. Because I didn't want to upset everybody else again. And I don't want to go to Ultimagenitor. I actually want to go to Primogenitor. Don't forget to complete this mission, select Deux Penance in the Intrigue menu. And successfully complete your Holy Seclusion. Ah. But yeah, they're still voting enough for my son. And if I... are people trying to kill me or me? Okay. Let's say playing a game of military strategy. You are really weird. How do we know you? Why am I talking to you? You live in Kuman in... It's pretty far away, but we can become close friends. And I gain +3 learning. Or... Chance gains the trait Gregarious. Which I don't have currently and I like. Become close friends. It's always close friends. Here I gain for a moment additional learning. I will take this one. Because 10 +3 learning till I am 63 is quite powerful. Because I don't know if I will gain any larger. Are you a heretic, sir? Of course he's a heretic. He is Catholic. He doesn't follow the right way. So how is the kingdom over here? Have you... You have... been granted? Wait, whoa, what? He has given this guy, okay. That was a bit of a pointless thing to do. Benevento and Lucania, you've granted this to yourself. Did he revoke it? Or was it just not granted back to him? Granted, inherited. Yeah, it was not granted back to him. Okay. Now we understand. Now we know. You are Berber even. And you are originally Norman. Right. Yeah, sure. Surprise me. I have cash. Surprise me. I have cash. That sounds a bit weird. Sure, do whatever you want. I have the cash. Go ahead. Make my day. Yeah, that doesn't sound creepy at all. Leper colony. Let's increase our resistance towards illnesses, which also makes sure that we have no money whatsoever. All that additional money that we gained will go down the drain. This is why I haven't been making cities yet. I knew that I had to build up this area like crazy. I'm not gonna spend that just yet. I'll keep 2,000 in the bank. I knew because I had to take control of a whole new area, gain 2 new duchies, this area, and I had to build it up along with the technology because, well, if I looked at the technology, we're actually lagging behind here in cavalry. I'm gonna pump that up right now. We're lagging behind in shipbuilding. We are lagging behind in several locations. So it is unsurprising that, well, this Basilius has to set things right. But thanks in his life, we have managed to gain ourselves the center of the Byzantine Empire for ourselves. All my sons have been given the kingdoms or will inherit the empire itself. And we have gained some terrain over here. Our army has arrived though. So it is time to declare war over here. And unfortunately you are still in a very, very annoying pact against me. So I can't really attack Venice. Which is what I would like to do, but I can't really do much about that. Oh well, that's all for our next episode anyways. I hope you enjoyed. And the Seljuk have taken over Egypt. The F? I was about to end this series, then Fatimid Sultanate. Egypt. Yes. But something went weird. Muslim defensive pact against Egypt. That is all you, but I see the Seljuk. There's also all kinds of defensive pact. How was Egypt lost? Well, the whole point is Egypt wasn't lost. How did this transfer? Granted. You created. You are already dead. Died under suspicious circumstances. Okay, this is apparently the second Seljuk guy, and he invaded, did probably the Muslim invasion, and is now holds Egypt. Okay. Solanki, you are a very big Hindu nation, and you're not an empire, despite having tons of royalties. And look at the Western Protectorate. This is nuts. Kumania is growing here. Wow. And apparently the hordes have gone Sunni. That's unfortunate. Yeah, this is a game with very large empires, despite having defensive pacts on. This is going to be a weird one, folks. Okay, I have by accident prolonged it already due to my surprise over here, but I really have to go now, because otherwise this will be way too long. I say I thank you for watching, and remember, great peril yields great beauty.